Go.
Hey, how we doing, folks? Good evening and a very warm welcome to the 1775 Whiskey Passport, coming live from where?
Centre of the universe.
Centre of the universe, or just off you, as you would say.
McMurray
is the centre of the universe. Well, a warm welcome. Oh, I'm just saying I'm behind schedule. But anyway, what's the point? Nice to see yous,
Nice.
Yes, lovely. We've got a big, great show in store for you tonight. Of course, we've got on my left hand here, we've got Tatty Peel, aka Neil Forwards. He's so bald when he wears... Aye.
What's my name?
Forbes. He's so bald when he wears a turtleneck, he looks like a roll-on deodorant. But anyway, we'll not push that one out in the boat.
I've been practising that.
Waiting. I've had weeks to practice, you know. And obviously, normally behind the camera, we have Gregor, the great technician. However, for some issues, technical issues, he can't be with us tonight. So we're giving our guest star spot to T-Bone. So thank you there, T-Bone. Yay!
Hooray.
So
You
that's...
never think you get uglier in Gregor's Day.
Oh, I know.
My God,
I
it
know.
never ceases to amaze me.
And we've even got some people in the audience tonight saying hello. We have Ian and Susie hiding away in the background there. Give us a wave, guys. That's it, yay. And of course, Gregor's over there in Palm Springs. That's one of our wingmen that dials in from all the way over in Seattle.
Old David Pringle crawling up there.
And then we've got my brother from another brother. Just push up and sit down with that guy. So just say hello. And then of course we've got Georgie Porgy.
David's younger brother.
Aye, that'd be the opening of a kitchen door at MFI. Aye, it's all been going on. Obviously, a few weeks we've kind of curveballed.
Last week was a wee bit of a nightmare, but we had to call off at last minute. But we got things done, everyone sorted and carried it forward. So.
Yep. I think that's our basic protocol. If we can't do it that week, we just knock it back another week,
Absolutely.
you know. But it just so happens that it's actually brought us back in sync. Because remember the week we were off, because I was meant to be at a dinner tonight, but I put that on.
We put it back because I was at Wembley.
That's right.
Aye, the game was on, aye.
So, but anyway, we're here, we're fine. And we've got a few new members, haven't we?
Three new members
Yep.
last week. Yeah.
We've got Tim Sellers, we've got Stephen Lindsay, and we've got Mike Lindsay, who's the drum major. Now, there was a bit of a faux pas the other day there when I was sending out packages, because Mike and Lindsay both have the same, they've got the same, Steve and Mike have got the same surnames, and I thought they were father and son because we've been talking about whiskey. So I was going to give Mike the 2-packs, and it was only because Gordon Brown was saying, no, we need to send a pack. I'm like, oh, and the penny dropped.
It's, the country
it's two different families. So anyway, it worked out well, and hopefully Stephen's dialing in tonight. He's got a nice Cuban cigar to go and puff away on.
Where's Stephen?
Up in Edinburgh, Dundas Street. So, you know. But anyway, Tatty Peel.
Aye, we've got 3 interesting.
What have we got going on tonight?
I think they're amazing whiskies this week. I'll tell you what, didn't you ask me at the end of the show what it is for 2 weeks' time? I was thinking coming down the card there, I can't remember, even though I just bought them yesterday.
Oh, good.
But tonight we're going back to Edredauer's Signatory Vintage editions. It's a Dailuaine, and those of you know me, Dailuaine Speyside is one of my favourite whiskies of all time. And it's completely different colour, so I'm quite interested in looking at the comparisons to the standard Dailuaine. Tomatin again, old friend.
Oh yeah, Gregor will be interested over in the States because he likes the Tomatin.
All right,
aye.
Well, let's say this is a cask strength, so those of you who got it, just be very careful. 57.7%. We can't get David Pringle anyway, because
he'll be falling. He'll be falling over the place.
And to finish with, we've got quite an unusual one. We've done the bottling company, the old boutique company.
Yep.
And this is a Port Charlotte, a 14-year-old Port Charlotte from Islay, which is a very heavy peated. So quite unusual one, completely different ones.
And it's not a cheap one either, is it?
That was about £140 a bottle, including the VAT. Yeah,
and that's the small bottles.
That's 500 mils. I got it wrong again, so I get in bother.
That's it. But no, it's quite an exciting one.
Look at the volume, unfortunately.
I know, but I don't know if you know, but this boutique whiskey company is actually one of the subsidiaries for Master Malt.
Yeah.
It's one of their own. They've actually got a couple. Remember, we got the seaweed one that week.
The Dragons on Fire.
That was one of their. So I'm looking forward to all these excellent bits and bobs. Now I'm trying to see who's dialed in, but of course Gregor's turned off the wrong messages for me. Let me see what I can do. Notification.
Always somebody else's fault, eh?
I know. Oh, I'll take it in the chin. Worse than pork chop. He's like, oh, I can't get in and see what's going on. Oh, here we go. Right. Willie Cowan's watching over the road there. He was in the other night there. Had a nice the Glenlivet illicit still. That's I gave you a nip of that. James McDonald, Gregor McVie, quality drams in the lineup. Phil Thorne there, all the way up. There's Stephen Lindsay, good to see you, bud. And Colin Dunn, nice with the cigars. I'm just trying to see, I can't go that far. Graham Beveridge is dialed in. I'm looking for the First Lady. Do you see the First Lady dialed in?
No, I've not seen her yet.
Not seen her.
They settled into the new house, is she?
Yes, and they were watering the plants down in Musselburgh tonight. Don't know if you would have needed to do that. No. And then of course Claire Bear is dialing in. Claire Bear's not been well the last couple of days, so we're sending you all our love. Hopefully you'll feel better and you'll enjoy the show, and of course that'll make you...
Oh, make her smile.
Oh,
you'll be happy as a pig in the proverbial.
Absolutely. So I'll go and have a wee quick... But something really nice actually happened. I see Craig Fisher, Julie Ramsey, she is here.
Oh, you're there, Julie.
Do you know what's really nice is when we'd always seem to be given to the people that dial in and watch, right? But for once, somebody's actually appreciated, or two people have really appreciated what we have been doing. So they sent us some gifts. Ooh, and I've got some gifts in here. Watch, I didn't pull this over. What's going on here?
I just tried to think what's coming out now, I'll tell you.
Well, I'll give you a clue. It's from Sweden.
It's Sweden.
Sweden.
Goran sent us a wee gift.
Goran sent us some wee bits and bobs. Let's say that there.
Goran said he was going to do that, didn't he?
Aye.
Yeah.
So we've got these. So it was really, really good of them, which was nice. And it just so happens I text the boss for the whiskey in the UK, and he sent me the link. And they have actually got an online tasting for this stuff as well.
All right.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Aye, have a wee shift. There's a couple of bits in there.
All right.
You know there had to be something there, eh?
Always is something, aye.
Hey, look.
It's a spider.
Spider. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Anyway, Jamie Thorne's there, Julie Ramsey's there. I'm not seeing Goran dialing in from Sweden, but anyway, thank you for that. It's nice to be appreciated.
Absolutely.
It's not always one-way traffic with us, Neil.
No,
we bend over, we spoil these guys. They've got a great show, the best value in the world. So don't be shy, folks. If you want to give us more gifts, we would appreciate that. That would be nice.
I've not had my rum and raisin chocolate for...
Oh, where is he?
For Martin for a while.
I've not seen Martin anyway. James McDonald's there. That's it. I'll be away on holiday, or Susan Mullen.
Old Jamaica. I'd hear that will be lying flat out on the gin this afternoon or something.
Oh, Jamie Thorne's dialing in from a windmill somewhere in England. Is that right? Or are you pulling my chain? Oh, here is Goran. Goran, thank you.
Cheers, Goran.
We'll make up for it on the 6th of November when Neil buys you a drink.
I mean, we didn't then.
I know. He'll have a heart attack when he sees the price of the whiskies.
Aye.
But anyway, right, let's get to the business.
Aye, absolutely. It's time we had a wee dram. So the first one we've got to taste tonight, GB, is Signatory Vintage. It's Edredour. I nipped into Edredour when I was up there on Monday morning, but it's still closed. Andrew Simonton, I think my understanding is you've got to keep it closed until March. You can't get staff, lots of issues going on with staff up there. Pitlochry was pretty dry as well. I stayed in the Mackay's, only serving residents. It was a bit of a nightmare, but it was actually good crack.
Was it busy up there or what?
Not as busy as I've seen it this time of year. It should be absolutely
so our board meetings kind of no happening. We might just have to do it on the...
We need to stay there, then it's residents only.
Right.
We still got kicked out at 10:30 or something like that, so it's a bit of a nightmare. So it's Dailuaine anyway. Dailuaine's a Speyside whisky. It's owned by Diageo, goes way back to the 1800s. And I think it does about 5.5 million litres. Dailuaine's one of these classic Diageos, which is held back purely for the blended whisky. It's a massive influence in Johnny Walker brand all over the world. So yeah, great. When you look at the Dailuaine, the 16-year-old, which is their standard expression, I think they only do 2 expressions now. They do a 24-year-old special release.
All right,
I've not had the privilege of tasting, but it'll be a couple of £100 I would think.
I'm sure our friend Colin down there could have helped us out with a wee bit of that.
We could have had that for the last time we'd done the tasting.
Aye, absolutely.
Yeah. So if you look at the colour of this one, it's really light. I'm going to show you it in the bottle because it's a bit easier to see what is in the glass. Really light, which tells me it's a bourbon matured American oak. Those of you who know the Dailuaine, the 16-year-old, it's real black, it's almost like tea, and it's 16 years.
Is that the Flora and Fauna range?
Flora and Fauna one, yeah. which is just sherry matured. It's not doesn't spend any time in the bourbon or the American oak. So it's really dark, really sweet, really toffee caramel. So this is vanilla. I think should come from that. Really light one, 30-year-old. Let's have a wee look at it, GB. And say the colour's pretty light.
Yeah.
If I would put any in my glass.
I know, Christ.
Hey, you've got me.
Happy days are here
I
again.
saved myself a Goran's wee Swedish
I know,
one.
Sweden.
So very pale, as I say, American oak, vanilla. The lightness of the oak gives us that sort of nice pale colouring. Quick look at the legs.
Oh, we like the legs.
We
Is
like
it
the
Tatty
legs,
Peel's
I can't-
slow and
That
fat,
bloody big
stumpy
light
things?
Tony's put out there. My legs are not
He's
stumpy.
flashing. No, that's the light legs
that's
you
what I
like.
like.
So we can't run away from him.
Aye, I never used to chase anybody in the police. I can't with the style.
Aye.
But the legs are pretty slow, they are pretty heavy coming down
Ah,
there.
Tatty
and
Peel
slow,
legs.
Nice 13-year-old, onto the nose. Wow. Nuts is the first thing I get.
Nuts, nuts, oh hazelnuts.
Yep, absolute hazelnuts, almonds. You get the vanilla though. Quite a lot of vanilla.
Do you get hay?
Hey?
Hay.
I was talking about hay. I was talking to my uncle the other day. He phoned me up. Alan Hay, just along the road.
Oh.
George's pal. He's got a good bottle of whiskey there, George, as well.
Oh.
Aye. Well,
well.
I offered him a price for it, but he wasn't happy with the price offered him for a 350 quid bottle, a 300 pound bottle.
Oh, you're
Anyway.
spoiling them.
But a lot of berries on the nose and that, nice and fruit, nice and rich. Blackberries, red berries, strawberries.
Gooseberries,
No.
citrus curds.
What?
I know.
What have you been reading? Citrus
just-
curds. That custard, you mean?
Yes.
Aye. No, I
I'm
didn't.
waiting for the bananas, the green
almonds.
bananas.
No in the nose.
Oh, I tell you what, I do think I smell.
What are you smelling that?
I was thinking you get an apple.
A bit orchard fruits. It's no. We're certainly not getting.
Green apples.
right one,
Oh, we
get
get
the
it.
right one. I've got the last
Green
wee last one.
apples.
No, no
That
green
keeps
apples.
Farron
Yeah.
happy, Goran happy.
Yeah, no. But very nutty, very vanilla. Hazelnuts are really prominent on that. Actually, very pleasant. Different completely to the 16-year-old flora and fauna. Like that. What's the ABV in it?
I think it's
46. 46, yeah, I thought it was, yeah. Anyway, let's have a wee taste it. Slange.
Slange, touching slange, reaching out.
I'm exhausted. Real vanilla, real dry vanilla hitting me there. The berries, the nuts, really hazelnuts. You know, they get that dryness. A bag of monkey nuts at Halloween. Well, you can take your Halloween mask off for the AGB.
Oh, I know, that's funny.
Chocolate, cocoa, dry chocolate coming through.
To get a pinch of tobacco.
Very dry. What? Tomato?
Tobacco!
Tobacco? No, I didn't get any smoke at all in it. No.
What are you looking at?
No. Vanilla, definitely nuts, hazelnuts, almonds, monkey nuts, peanut sort of thing. Dry. Not as nice as the 16-year-old.
Yep,
But it's
yep.
actually very pleasant.
Aye.
The finish on it, it's quite sharp. Again, blackberries, the fruits
Oh,
coming through on the.
There's your
the
pal
finish of that.
Susan Allen's dialed in there.
For a-
Chocolate spiced vanilla.
Yeah. Not so much the spice, it's more nutty for me.
I'll
actually.
get a wee bit
I've
of
stuck
the-
my shoe off there, I can't get it back on.
Ah,
But
the old shoe.
For a light, quite delicate, it's really a long finish. So we've got to look at the flavour map because I've just remembered
Okay.
about the flavour map.
Oh no, I've
forgot
not
about it.
forgotten.
You not forgotten?
I've not forgotten today.
Nice finish on it, Graham. It's fruity, nutty, like almost like a fruit and nut chocolate bar.
It's a fruit and not a chocolate
On the light,
bar.
the colours there on the light quite easy, and it's coming down delicate. There's no smoke whatsoever, and it's not on the Tatty Peel rich side because of the colours very pale. So we've got to hang in here. I would almost in the centre spot of this quarter here, just sitting somewhere about here. Really fresh, nutty, fruity.
Talking about nuts and fresh, guess whose birthday it is today?
Who's?
Mike's. He's up in Stornoway.
What, Mike?
Mike Kinnaird, our
Kinnaird.
waterman.
The car waterman.
Aye.
As him and Sarah's not come back to me for London, by the way.
I know.
So you'll need to let me know,
I
'cause
think
we
they
get that bit-
decided that's it. Going back to London, there's a lot of folks saying they're coming. We don't even know who's coming and going. It's got to that point. But anyway, that's another.
I'm away next week.
Yeah.
So grandkids, but when I come back, I'll need to book it.
We're going to have to book it.
I'll get that.
I think my thoughts were maybe folk are waiting off to the last minute just with the virus. I think everyone's going on. But we need to, at least a lot of us have got tickets, so whatever happens, we're going.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
I've got to go home and look after
and
him.
I've got to babysit this one. You'll not get in.
Right, back to the nose. We put a wee touch of water in it. Softens the nuts on it. More fruity. Blackberries, red
Soft
berries,
nuts.
strawberries. Soft nuts? Cashew nuts? No. The vanilla's just lovely. It actually softens the vanilla. It's not that dry harshness of it, which I find in some of the light, delicate ones. It's really nice with a touch of water. And it's more almonds than hazelnuts because the dryness of hazelnuts are gone. But berries, strawberries.
I'm liking it a bit better with the water in it. I'm not going to say it was been my most favourite thing that I would jump and get excited about.
I get the seal of approval. But it's no a patch on the Dailuaine 16-year-old expression. Here he goes again.
There you go. How was that for you?
That was always wonderful, ecstatic. But yeah, he gets the seal of approval anyway. But I'm impressed with the finish on it though.
It's still kicking on.
And the longer it sits in the palate there, the sweeter it's becoming. So yeah, I'm liking it, Graham.
I got different flavours from you for that one, but anyway, that's just, hey, that's what we get. You know, I was just thinking that I got a bit of the apple jam and the citrus and the hay, but what everybody gets different, I guess. You know what I mean?
It was. I see where you're coming from with the hay. Citrus no, because I found the nuts were more prominent.
Well, you got,
I just took that away.
See, I got what Susan was saying about the spice. I don't know, it might have just been you
know.
know.
It was nuts for me. It was the hazelnuts took everything from me. It was really, really dry with the nuts and.
What do you call 2 nuts on your chest? Chestnuts. We'll not go to the rest of that joke.
No.
They get better. Right, who's got it? Goran's giving it 8 out of 10. Oh, the dog impersonation. I'm thinking, how did you get that whiskey? Ewan Fisher likes that one. Where are you going next week, Tatty Peel? That's what Susan's saying. They might want to buy you a drink.
Well, I'm meeting Susan and David hopefully on Sunday.
Oh.
They're up at Glen Eagles, Glen Kinchy on Sunday, and they're coming here for dinner.
Oh, on Sunday?
Aye, Sunday.
Oh.
You'll be at the church at that time, you'll be in.
David's wearing his 1775 shirt, so hopefully I'll have that on. And
I can't come down here later on, so I said I would try and go up to Glen Kinchy.
I remember them saying that they were coming down. Are you driving up? You're getting train up? I guess you're driving.
Anyway, when they're up here, I'm going down to Ashington. I'm going to do.
Going to rob their house.
The old Picts used to do, go and steal their sheep and everything like that, you know. The Duke and Duchess and Northumberland's up here. I'll go down there and raid their sheep.
That's it. I'm just saying, we've not got anything from Michael Kelman, we've not got anything from Gordon Smith.
Michael, I forgot we're on. We were here last week, still watching us. Right, Tomatin.
Okay.
This is the Cask strength, 57.7. We've tried a few Tomatins now, and we quite like their smoky expression, Kubokken. It's a Highland, it's just outside, it's between Inverness and Abermore.
Oh, I knew that one.
Just off the A9. Kubokken is their ghost dog, remember? If you're too into them, you see the ghost dog. That's their smoky version. It's owned by Shizuku, or whatever they call them in Japanese. Takara, something like that. Yeah. But nice distillery. I'm not a fan of their standard 12-year-old expression. But remember, Martin and Susan had the 30-year-old.
That was a cracker.
Like lemon sherbet.
George, go and get some glasses, bud, and I'll let you have a wee sip of this one. And that way, well, don't tell Neil.
Don't tell me.
Don't tell me. Just while I was sitting here with me.
Oh
no, you'll be away fighting tonight. You know, we're driving up to Glen Kinchy, then a pub called the Market Grill. I've heard about it. That's fine. I'll look out for you anyway. More pleasant with some water, but anyway.
The Dailuaine. George is away, he's blathering.
Right.
So the Tomatin, 57.7. This is obviously going to need some water, I think.
Yep.
But Tomatin, everything else. Mind you, the 2 decades. Was it 2 decades?
Decades too. That was a cracker.
That was a nice one. And we've done their sherry. edition as well, which was really nice. You want to get George that?
Aye. Here, you need a few more than 2, George. You probably need a.
He's only got 2 hands on.
Give it a 4. Yeah. Oh no, another 2, just so that I don't think Susie will want to sip a bit, but anyway.
This is great when we've got an audience here, we've got people in the room, you know.
That can actually enjoy that.
Aye.
Here, right, bro. I'll pass one over here. There's that.
It's
here.
disappeared.
You can have. They can. I know. Didn't tell Neil. That way he'll. And we'll give them 2. Right, Speedy. Right, here's Speedy with the glasses. We're nearly there.
Well done,
See, this is the benefit about having people in the audience.
Aye.
You know, it adds just a wee bit extra to the show. And
that's gorgeous on the nose, like.
I
shouldn't do that first. You ready?
Yeah, that's it.
Good
Better
man.
to get crowd participation.
Crowd participation. How do you spell that?
P-A-T.
Yes. Tomatin. Yeah, it is George. Tomatin. Yeah.
Not tomato.
Have a look at the colour. Obviously double matured. You've got your vanilla, your American oak, and definitely sherry oak coming through that. European. Absolutely fantastic. I love that, that colour in it. I had a wee nose at it right away, the toffee.
Nice, aye.
The legs, I can't see in that light, man. I've got to go to see the legs.
Well,
there you go. They're actually quite equidistant coming around there. That's interesting.
That's a big word
That's
for
a
them.
big word. I think what it means, but they're about the same distance apart.
Yeah.
So that's actually
Smells
quite
nice.
on the right side.
Aye,
Have you got a wee plot of that one?
That's it. Just
They
before we
smoke
go,
in
I see Dare's dialed in from the States, my wingman from Philadelphia. Happy 4th of July for when it comes.
Well, it's the second today, isn't
That's
it?
it, yeah. But happy.
So they smoking that. It's certainly no delicate, it's no light. So it's coming over into the rich tarty peel side. I would put it halfway over here. Really the toffee, lots of honey coming in that.
Honey,
really rich, absolutely fabulous. But unusually, I'm actually getting some apples in that.
What type?
Green
apples.
You get that?
Aye, lovely.
Really nice. And you get some tropical fruits. Ripe bananas.
Vanilla and toffee, you and Cern.
No, I'm not getting vanilla. Toffee definitely. Honey,
Callum Matheson,
green apples,
he's
bananas.
going, green apples!
I'm getting peaches, pears, really tropical fruits and that.
That's a cracker, aye.
Now, I'm getting
liking
spice
that.
in this one. Nutmeg, cinnamon, some real pleasant spices coming through in that one. But the green apples are definitely there.
Green apples!
You get the bananas. You get bananas. I can get bananas in that. Banana cake.
I meant to tell you a
bread.
story about, you keep on going on about bananas. Banana is actually one of the flavouring things, the characteristic comes out of beer. I remember years ago I tried a beer, it was brewed at
creates
Tennant's.
in the fermentation process, yeah.
And I said to the guys, I can smell the apples from it, or green bananas, that's it. And he says, absolutely, this is one of the byproducts.
Yeah, if you got the washbacks at any distillery at a certain period in the fermentation process, you open the washback and you just get that lovely banana or
some
ripe
great,
or sometimes
the, what do you call it? What do they call it? The low wine? Is it low wine? Did they call it, or is that the next bit? When when they're doing the fermentation, and it's about 8%. What is it? Low wine? No, the low wine's when it goes to this.
something different.
Is that not just the first stage, and it's the low wines, and then?
It could be right.
But
I can't remember.
it's basically a beer before it gets.
Aye, well,
that's what it is.
Fermentation is exactly all the way through to fermentation. When you get to the fermentation, the hops have eaten up, or the yeast is eating up all the sugars.
Yeah.
For a beer, you just put your hops and your flavour in now, but the
but
whiskey, you distill it and boil it up, as I say. But on the nose, absolutely fabulous. I really like the nose of that one. We've got to have a wee taste of this, GB.
Slange. What do you make out there, guys? What you liking? Oh!
Definitely.
Oh my goodness me!
Toffee, caramel, honey.
That's kicking in.
Really spices in that. But it's 57.7 though, so it needs
really.
some water. It's actually quite salt and pepper as well.
I'm getting that.
The spices are wonderful.
I must have done something to my palate tonight because it's pretty. That's pretty impactful. That.
Yeah.
Nearly as impactful as the weather over there in Palm Springs with Gregor, because I think it's quite cold over there just now. I think they're having a snowstorm. Got his Speedos on. Gregor, you've got your Speedos on.
Drop a couple of bits of water into that, you see the oil separate, and you always get that with a sort of cast strength. But that's really intense spices, toffee, honey. It's funny, there's very little fruit on the palate, where you're getting bananas and apples on the nose. I'm not getting nothing on the palate of that.
James McDonald, toffee spice aroma. Brian Johnston, noses like toffus. We've just heard him, he was going on about some form of apples earlier on. Do you know what it was?
Maybe.
Green apples!
No sure. Maybe no.
And the First Lady's toffee and spices. Stephen Lindsay, this one's a lot stronger, absolutely.
Yeah, it's 57.7, Stevie, as opposed to 46 here. They were 20%, 25% stronger. But on the nose with a touch of water, it really softens the toffee and the honey. Spices are not as prominent on that as well. You're getting a wee bit of nutmeg, but it takes away the cinnamon.
It's like great, Craig Fisher's liking it. It's like that, it's got a bit of a oomph.
It's certainly the fruits are there, the green apples, the bananas, peaches.
Green apples!
That is wonderful with a touch of water.
Ah, it's great. That's definitely, that's getting mad.
Yep.
What do you think, boys and girls in the audience? Toffos. Georgie Porgy, what you getting?
Toffee, do we, yeah.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, you definitely get that. Yeah.
Susie, what you getting? Drunk.
She can't speak.
You liking that one? Caramel smell. Yeah. Ian, what you getting? Cinnamon.
Cinnamon, yeah.
Correct.
It's salted caramels coming through, and the finish there, just quite late on in the finish, it's really, really salty, peppery with the caramel topping.
Is that like salt and pepper? Push it real good.
What's that?
Salt and pepper. Push it real good.
Think it's a band, is it?
I don't know. The sensible people know what that is.
Yeah, no idea.
Right.
That certainly gets the seal of approval. That is absolutely wonderful.
Philip Thorne saying we're beautiful. Oh no, it's beautiful, I think.
What I would say though, it's not the best Tomatin I've tasted. Remember they had the sherry matured.
There was a 14-year-old.
14-year-old, yeah.
That Gregory went and bled everybody dry over in his neck of the woods.
Yeah, I think that was the best one, but that was really tasty.
I'm enjoying that. I
Yeah.
think that's good. But of course, Alistair Much was with him for years, and he was the national sales director, who was our pal, and
right,
he's
yeah.
retired.
He's retired now, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's got a few other people to introduce him from. And what was our brand friend that's friends with Gregor? What was that again? Was it Scott? Was it?
Scott McDonald.
Is it? Because he was
ambassador,
because
yeah.
he phoned in one night, didn't we? Speak to him on the phone.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's that long now with the lockdown. With
I know,
we're
absolutely.
going round in circles. But no, when are we going to London in GB?
we're off
See if we can remember.
on the 1st of October.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday the 1st of October. We're taking the choo-choo down. The plan is to be there about lunchtime. We'll drop our bags, and then we've got a VIP tour of a brewery down there. And hopefully we'll learn a lot about the different beers that they brew, and very educational. And then on the Saturday, we've got a distillery visit to Beefeater, and then we've got a London historic pub tour by Gordon Smith's been pulling it together. And of course, you know, by that point nobody will be wanting any drink. It'll just be lemonades and Coca-Colas.
Sightseeing.
Sightseeing. Yes. And then the day.
And we're going to stay in the Holiday Inn at Bloomsbury at Russell Square, because it was between that and the
cardboard box just outside
the Thistle. But I was round the corner of the Thistle. It's further away.
Right.
The Holiday Inn's literally 50 yards for the tube station, so that's the best. So I can get you home without carrying you.
Don't worry about me.
Off that tube.
I'll be staying at Buckingham Palace. Ew, Graham, tatty peel.
I'll not get in, that's for sure.
No. But that's certainly a cracking drop, that one, TP.
Yeah, it's good.
So we're giving that the.
And it's funny because you say it's a medium finish, it almost disappears, but you've still got the.
It's still kicking on,
lingering, so yeah, I would change it from a
And
medium.
talking about kicking on, I tell you who I've not seen tonight is Big David Moorhead.
No,
He's usually giving his tuppence worth. Certainly been going on about that football team he supports.
Who's that? The Italians.
Close.
Spain?
Closer still.
Welsh.
Ah, it must be about that.
be the Welsh,
He's
must be
definitely
the
somebody. Oh! Oh, shite. There's a camera doon.
Man doon.
Oh. Where's your thingy? How did that happen? Wait, is it?
All right.
All right. These things happen. Candid camera.
Candid camera.
Can you see it? Can you see the thing? You found it, peas and gravy. Right, there we go.
Right. The third one, the DGB, is it's Port Charlotte, which is an Islay whisky, and it's distilled or made by Bruichladdich, who is Rémy Cointreau, isn't it? Rémy Martin Cointreau, who own that. And again, they're famed for the Bruichladdich classic laddie, which for me is really fruity, and that's the one I always say when you can't actually operate and discuss regions of the whisky. But you go into Islay, you've got your Bunnahabhain and your Bruichladdich, which are non-peaty, but this is Port Charlotte, which is the peated expression. We've done the standard 12-year-old, was it? 12-year-old?
We've done a couple. Remember, we got, was it Joe that we got to Dailuaine from the brand? Yep.
That's where we've done the Bruichladdich. We've done a couple of Port Charlotte expressions as well, but this is a 14-year-old, quite an unusual one. As you say, it's the old boutique company, which is part of Master and Mall. They do their own bottlings. 50 CLs, which I forgot about, so it's a damn good one you've got here, guys. Those of you who's tasted it with us. Tony's whispering to GB somewhere in his ear. There's a big whisper going on. Sam's broke, I'm sure. Oof, have a quick nose of that one. Absolutely amazing.
Have you looked at the legs yet? Sorry, we're chucking.
I'm just waiting on you.
Aye, I was going to just say, Tony was saying that it's not re-streaming on the Market Grill website, Facebook, so if anybody can like it and share it or put it onto the Market Grill, they'll know what they're doing.
Right, I have
Anyway.
the idea what you're talking
Well,
about.
I know.
Is it on the Saltire one, is it? You go on the Saltire one, Tony?
All I know is not going out and working on it.
Right.
Okay, no problem.
Oh,
Anyway, Port Charlotte, I had a quick nose at it, it's quite hefty. Nice and dark. The assumption there is it's a bit sherry mature European oak.
Oh.
Look at the legs. The legs are interesting in that one, they're very, very slow. Nothing coming away there, Graham, just absolutely sitting. I've got my heat up because I've got to look through my varifocals. Very slow coming down there, quick nose, and it's very peaty.
Do you get quite musty smell from that, or do you think that's the glass?
A wee bit, yeah. On the flavour map, we're not, I'm going to have another nose at it. It's not way up there where you
No, it's not when you would.
It's actually.
No, your Octomores are.
No, it's not hitting with the phenol, but it's more smoky than phenol. Where are you? What camera? You got that camera, yeah? So have a look at this one. I don't care where I'm going. There's too many bloody cameras in here, man. So I would say it's a wee bit above your Talisker, sitting up here. Not right over to the right side because it's a wee bit different. There are obviously a lot of technical issues going on here. What are you doing?
No, nothing.
I didn't trust anything you're up to when I'm talking. But right away, butterscotch. You're getting some nice toffee butterscotch coming through there. Almost Scottish tablet. And apples. Apples are coming through there, quite prominent, Graham. Really fresh ginger, but you're getting that tar, coal tar, you know, when they lay the roads, that sort of thing. You get that and you pass the bitumen. That's what I'm getting there. And just burning wood.
A lot of them are liking the smell of that.
Lovely.
Very smoky, great.
It's not heavy like the
No, it's Susan Allen.
Lafroy, where you get the sort of medicinal, you know, you've got that sherry which is just soft in it. And it's no heavy in the phenol, as I say, it's more smoke. That's actually a lovely nose, very gentle nose in it.
Oh,
Big hit in this one.
that's super.
Big hit in that, but very, very nice. Toffee, right treacly, really syrupy, thick. Black cherries.
Let's go now. Black Forest Garato.
Black Forest Gatto. That's an interesting one. I quite like that. That wee bit strawberry jam or something like that.
And the wee bit of chocolate around the side that you can nibble off.
But you're getting like hot chocolate, drinking chocolate, cocoa, dark chocolate.
What was that?
And
What did he sing again?
Who?
Hot chocolate. You sexy thing.
Oh, thank you, Graham.
You sexy thing.
That was right in tune, by the way, wasn't it?
Thank
talk
you.
to me though. You talk to me though. You're singing to me there,
You
were
know I'm
you?
a good singer. He's just jealous.
Serenade me again. Spices,
Yeah.
and it's like an Indian curry. The cardamoms coming through. The cardamoms, cloves.
The what?
Cardamoms. Cardamoms,
know.
is it? Cardamoms. Mums.
Julie
Cardamoms.
Ramsey says it's like a Kuhfield on the nose.
No, I didn't get that. Kuhfield.
I think maybe
Cloves.
she's on about Kuh poo.
All right. A lot of cloves coming through. Nice, spicy, but toffee, treacle, rich, syrupy. That's as good as an Islay I've had, to be honest with you. I like that. I like that one. That's without one. Look at the oil separating there. Look at them just opening. Absolutely wonderful.
There's not much in that one. If you don't go crazy with that. So that's it all.
What's the ABV of that? It was 50%?
I was going to say.
David, you've got the bottle.
What's the ABV?
50?
50.
Remember the point one. Always
On the
remember
rectum,
point
on the rectum scale.
Makes a big difference. But just that touch of water, Graham, really softens it, and you're getting a bit of fruit in the toffee, the treacle really, really hitting my heart here. Ginger coming through now. You know, like herbs, quite herby, rosemary, that sort of stuff.
Goes bananas.
Roast bananas.
Herbie
Herby.
goes bananas.
Aye. Oh, herby goes bananas. Aye.
Bing!
But the smoke is really gentle now. It really just
Alright,
softens
it's
it.
definitely.
I don't know, it's obviously not a lot of phenols in that. I would say maybe 20 to 25 on the ppm scale. But that's very pleasant.
That is very pleasant. That's certainly.
And a touch of water,
Yep.
stunning.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with that.
Fruity, the cherries. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, Black Forest Gatto. Yeah.
But it's sweet there as well.
Yeah.
Very.
I'd say the treacly, spicy, chocolatey, you know, really, really thick syrup. It really is, you know, no, it's no thicker than anything else, but you've just got that on the tongue.
Oh, it's
Lovely,
still coating. It's still.
lovely, long finish, burnt wood. And you know what's in the finish here? A very unusual one. Some rhubarb.
Oh.
Rhubarb and custard. And the spices are really mellow, really, really just cardamom, ginger. Aye, that is a wonderful
nice.
whiskey.
That's it.
That's absolutely wonderful.
I get my rhubarb from Georgie Porgy, brings it over,
Aye.
and Mum makes the rhubarb crumble with
Oh,
this.
good.
Aye.
No, that definitely gets the seal of approval. Wow.
Liking
The
it.
finish in that, and the longer it sits in the palate, the sweeter it actually becomes. So
Yep,
the
yep.
cherries, the cake, the chocolate.
That's it. And let's face it, would you actually walk into a bar and buy a nip of that?
Well, there's not many bars will actually
Yeah.
stock the boutique one, you know, because Port Charlotte's not a 14, it's an unusual aging of it sort of thing. So you wouldn't generally get that in a bar. You'd only get a real whiskey bar. Not even the market where you
Oh, it's
200 whiskies.
260 whiskies, but you're right,
260.
absolutely.
You'll not stock that.
That's
something
what the
that sort.
perks of being a member of the 1775 is, guys.
That's good.
That is very tasty, very
Right,
tasty.
I'm going to have to give a verdict. on
Right,
this,
let's
aren't
go
I?
and see what we're doing here, boys. I'm forgetting. Water tones it down lovely, says Susan. Brian Johnston, head and shoulders above the first two. Water brings out the smell of burnt matches. That's First Lady. Craig Fisher, long, lasting tobacco. Ewan, a little bit of tobacco taste. Burning Embers tobacco taste, says Susan.
I never got the tobacco. I was getting the burnt wood.
James McDonald's cherry butterscotch.
Yeah.
John Blythe, how we doing? Nice to know, Stephen says. Then Smoky Spice. Is that no hard? That was
one
in the
of the
Spice
Spice
Girls. Aye. Peach
Never
smell
saw
toffee. That's it. So what Phil's already in? 3, 2, 1. Ba 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 ba.
Yeah, definitely 3-2-1 for me. I think. Yeah, definitely. But between the Tomatin and the Port Charlotte, it was very, very close. I wouldn't say the Dailuaine disappointed me on its own.
Yeah.
But when you take the brand, the Dailuaine, against the Flora and Fauna 16-year-old, I just finished a bottle of that the other night there actually. Had a wee dram
It's
last week sometime. It disappoints compared to a Dailuaine standard.
yes.
But you know, it's 13-year-old, it's 3 years younger, it's a completely different whiskey. And you look at it, it's bourbon matured, it's American oak compared to no American oak at all. in the flora and fauna. So it's a completely different whisky whatsoever. It's been matured fully at Edredour in Pitlochry, because that's Andrew Simonton's Signatory vintage. But it was okay. It was okay. It was a nice whisky in itself, and I wouldn't say
Don't. Absolutely.
But definitely 3-2-1. Very close between 3 and 2 though.
I've got to say, absolutely 3-2-1
That's the first time we've agreed. For a
exactly,
long time, for a long
and
time.
the reason why potentially I'm going to say 3 is because it was more specific boutique bottling, something that you wouldn't stumble across. I certainly enjoyed the Tomatin, so it was close between the three of them.
I agree.
If both of them had been the same sort of style of bottling, you know, I would have then popped. But that,
What's the connoisseur now, eh?
yes.
Or the bottling, etc.
Yes. Who else is saying what? Craig Fitcher, great selection. 3 fantasies tonight.
Fantasies.
Susan Innes, you keep that to yourself.
Susan.
Yes, 3 fantastic whiskies. I think that's what she means.
Aye. I should be in the gin when Martin's on the whisky.
Right.
I bet Martin's got the 30-year-old Tomatin out tonight. He'll be unconscious, that's why he's just fantasising.
That's it, aye. Susan Allen saying 1-3-2.
Oh, 1-3-2.
David's 2-3-1.
Just on that, I can understand, because I do different tastings. Female's palate is actually more suited to that light, delicate fruitiness sort of thing. So yeah, I understand a woman coming away with that one. Yeah.
Stephen Lindsay's 1-3-2.
No comment, Stephen.
No comment.
It happens.
That happens. Brian Johnston's 1-1-1.
No, I didn't believe that for a minute. No chance.
He's 3-2-1. Full
3-2-1,
Thorns 3-2-1. Craig Fisher, very good whiskies. Crazy Kev's dialing in. Nice to see you, bud. We've been missing you. And Susan Allen, I can't wait for a drink or two in the market on Sunday. Maybe if anybody else is around on Sunday wants to come out and say hello to them, you're more than welcome.
They're coming all the way up, eh?
Aye, we're coming up from. Why, aye. I wonder if Skeletor will be around to speak to them and translate.
Is he good at job, is he?
Why, aye, man, he is. He's from that neck of the woods.
Is he?
Now, he's actually a Sunderland, but you better watch what you're saying.
What do they call him? Macam or something?
Aye, and is it no ease keys or these keys? Is that not the way you say? Anyway, I'm sure we'll be keeping right.
Absolutely, yeah, and I agree. It's getting tougher and tougher to select the whiskies now. It's taking a long time because we've been doing this now 16, 17 months.
Yep.
Every week for the first 6 months and every fortnight. So we've probably done in the region of about 60, 65, 70 tastings and trying to get the whiskies in that price range. Completely different all the time. And when I pick them, I've got to email him and Gregor's, and even though I read them and still make mistakes and double order and such things. I've done it a couple of times, and we've got to quickly reorder. But no, it's getting harder and harder. But I'll tell you what,
great.
They're actually getting better and better.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I'm enjoying
That's
them.
it. Everybody's portfolio has to, gathered over 200 different whiskies as they've all tried. If you've been in since the word go, easy. And that certainly helps from my point of view as well in the bar, because customers come in and I've tried a lot of them and I can direct them better, and that's just because you become a member of the 1775 Whisky Passport, be part of the elite club. Sign up, £25, and then you can get yourself on direct debit, which is how much?
35 quid.
35 quid for the big.
So £140 whisky. So this was about 60 odd pound. This was about 50. So you're talking about £200 worth of whisky, £250 worth of whisky that you're sampling over the piece, if not more. So yeah, it's all good stuff. You wouldn't pick them up in the shops, even the whisky shops up the town. Very rarely you pick all them up. So yeah, it's a nice change.
Not forgetting, if they wish to participate in the audience,
come along.
Absolutely. We'd like to see them. Look at that merry band. Look at them. Oh my goodness me. That's great. So what else have we got to talk about? When is the next tasting?
Tasting will be 2 weeks tonight.
Okay.
Which is the 16th of July.
Is that right, folks? 16th?
Don't ask me what it is. I cannot remember for the life of me. I looked this morning. I sent you an email yesterday about it all.
Oh, you probably did, aye. 16th, and what's the date after that? So I'm looking.
It'll be the 30th. 16th and the 30th.
Of.
The 30th has the expensive whisky, and again, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. They should be in on Monday morning. They're ordered on Thursday. But certainly, there's one I'd heard of, and it's a Speyside, and I can't remember for the life of me what it is. But the other 5, I don't know. I've never tasted them before. Never
So
seen
it's
them before. We know the distilleries, but
Yeah.
just expressions which are very unusual again. So this is where we're trying to go now and just really be different. And always,
Absolutely.
not like other clubs and organisations, we'll go to Swedish stuff,
Sweden!
Japanese stuff,
Oh,
English
yeah, yeah.
stuff,
Oh, I bet
Welsh
what
stuff,
I'm doing.
American stuff.
Yeah, from the States. And don't forget, guys, if you actually want to come down, you can book your spot, come down about 7 o'clock, get something to eat. Tatty Peel and myself and Jay-Z or T-Bone will be hovering about. We'll give you a bit of chat. And of course, then you can see it live. You know, so people pay money to go into the audience of some of these big programs like Friends and that. So it's the same sort of thing. People will pay money to come and see us chat away. Oh,
Aye.
they're all laughing,
Aye.
They're all laughing.
Aye.
Well, anyway, aye, that's it.
I'll go with that as well.
And don't forget, like us, love us, share us, tell your friends about us, because
Absolutely.
that's important. We've not
Very
got that bit
important.
in there.
Yeah.
And get yourselves booked for London.
Yeah, try and do that. I'm away next week, but when I get back, it'll be getting booked up. So
Yeah.
again, it just the rates. I think they're £140 a room. So if you're single, it's 140. If you're sharing, it's £70 a night per person. I'm in my own room. I'm not sharing with him.
I'm not sharing with him.
So yep, I can't guarantee the rates after that.
No.
Once we make the initial booking, because I've got to sign a contract with the hotel, so that'll be done. But we'll get the trains. We'll do whatever we'll have
Aye,
to do.
absolutely. And we'll have a good
but
time.
yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
guarantee. Whatever
Absolutely.
happens,
Absolutely.
we'll have a good time. Well, I'm happy.
I'm
Hopefully,
happy.
everybody's feeling a bit better. You know, Claire Bear feel better. Jay-Z get better as well.
Aye.
Everybody. We get
He's
back
all right.
into.
He's just,
Oh, is he?
just isolated.
Oh, I know. I
he's
know.
fine.
He's fine. As long as he's all right.
He's doing all right. I spoke to him. I think it was just at the lunch.
Yeah.
Just a lunch. Yeah. So good night, GZ. We'll
Right.
see you soon.
Excellent. So after that, there, T-Bone. What are we going to say?
T-Bone. I'm not T-Bone.
I'm talking about over there, you
you're
sausage.
squinting your eye.
No, there's a camera on me there.
Is that what it is?
Aye.
There's too many cameras. I'm
Tatty
not that
Peel.
quick. What?
What are we going to say?
Slange.
Slange.